were you kind of prepping on that last possession, thinking, it might come to you in the corner?
Yeah, I thought it would. Shot felt great. Felt amazing. I think Russ might have hit a piece of it, which was why I felt a little short, but felt good.
How good does the shot feel right now? I think you're near 50% from three.
Oh, it feels great. Just trying to shoot it with confidence, shoot the ones that's there, not overthink it. But I put a lot of work in on my shot, so I think the main thing for me is just going into it and shooting it when it's there, taking the shot. Being a basketball player, I think has been my main focus, taking what the defense gives me and just playing off of that.
How does this loss feel compared to the Sacramento loss?
A loss is a loss. I think Sacramento, we were reeling. And we were figuring it out. I think we're reeling now, and I think if I, think about the second half, I don't think we did anything necessarily that bad. They made plays. James got going a bit. Kawhi got going a bit, PG got going a bit, and they made plays, So I think want to nitpick at something, we could have did a better job defending without fouling in the third quarter. We did a great job in the first half defending without fouling, which allowed our offense to go, which allowed us to play freely. In the third quarter, we stopped the game a little bit. And, not only are you putting them at the foul line and getting easy baskets, but they got three Titans, and you're allowing them to rest. And, you allow those guys to rest and get their legs and, so different beasts you have to deal with then. And so I think we did a bit of that in the second half, which was able to get them going. But, not going to sit here and, I think we're headed in the right direction. I think you got to learn how to win too, though. Like every year, groups are different. And each year, that particular group has to learn how to win. And, that's tested a bit, especially with the guys we got out. Especially CP is a key cog when it comes down to winning time, and so we got to figure that out, and I have no doubt that we will because we got guys that know how to win. It's just about putting it together.
So when you say when you're getting it going, is it just a feel like when I watch you guys, it's always a pace. Is the ball moving? Are you moving? It's a tempo almost. Is that what do you feel that? Because since you've been here for so long, you know what that's supposed to feel like? Absolutely.
I think our pace is picking up a lot. We were playing really slow at first, but it's also tough to play fast and you fouling every time, because you're against a set defense every play. And so I think, our pace is getting better, which, you start to see guys free up a bit. Clay's getting going. And I think that is in large part due to our pace. It's tough when you're trying to get going and you're against a set defense every play. Like, that's tough. This is the NBA. You got good defenders, great length, great schemes, great coaching staffs. When you can get out in transition and get some easy ones, then it changes everything. Then the rims look a little bigger. Your confidence grows and everything changes. And so I think, getting our pace to where we need to get it to is starting to turn that corner. And then I've been out. Let's face it. I missed, 7 games? 9 if you count the 2 ejections. I push our pace. That's one of my roles. And so I can raise my hand and say that's all my fault, that our pace isn't where it needs to be. But I'm also taking it up on myself to make sure we get it back there. And I think, we're starting to get it back. And a part of that is also guys getting used to running. If you're not running and all of a sudden someone comes in and trying to push the pace, you're still not running, so you got to get used to running. I think guys are starting to get accustomed to running. But I've been back 2 games, 3 games or something like that.
Like, what it feels like, but not everybody does, because you have new guys here too.
Exactly. It's a totally different thing, especially when you got the 4 or sometimes the 5 man just getting the ball and going. You got to figure out where you're going on the floor because now you got 5 out. Possibly sometimes that may require a guy to slide to the dunker, a guy who may not be accustomed to going to the dunker. And so it's not just like bat out of hell, everybody run and you just figure it out. You still want to get the lanes, and so we're figuring all of those things out. And I have no doubt that we will and they'll come, but it takes time. And saying that, you shouldn't lose a game. You're up 23 points. I don't care what goes wrong. We shouldn't lose that game. But you got to give those guys a lot of credit. They never quit.
What do you think of Pobbs and Moody putting themselves in a position to play in crunch time?
I think both of them has been incredible, but not just today. They've been incredible all year. Moses, I mean, I don't know what to say about Moses. He makes every hustle play. He's knocking shots down. He's competing at a high level. He's defending at a high level. He's doing everything that you'd be asking for in a third-year guy in the corners that you want him to turn. He's turning every corner. And as I told y'all, BP is just a player. It's not much else to say. When you think about guys in this league, you always try to categorize a guy. This guy's a shooter. This guy's a defender. This guy's a passer. He's just a player. Like, he just figures it out. He gets it done. He defends. He competes at a high level. He's a gamer. He figures out his spots, and he doesn't get outside of himself. And then I think the last but most important thing is he's fearless. He's going up against James Harden like he belonged there. And when you have that, like, that's a skill. That's a trait that most people don't possess. You're talking about a rookie going up against what James won? Two MVPs? One MVP?
The second time.
He lost against Steph, who had the craziest year we've ever seen. Like, we know who James Harden is, and he's taking on that challenge like he's another guy at the park, and irrational confidence, and I think that's amazing. When guys have that, it's good, and BP's playing well for us, and his minutes is continuing to grow, and that's not just a testament. That's not just due to injuries. That's a testament to the work he's putting in and the production that he's bringing and giving us when he's in the game.
Steve started Dario next to you, and do you feel like this team, just considering how you're playing, needs kind of the floor spacer at the 5 a little bit more at the start?
I think every game requires different challenges. We played against T. Lue a ton. T. Lue coached teams a ton, and his schemes present certain challenges. And Steve's a chess player. So Steve's he's gonna engage in the chess match, and it's not that Dario's gonna start every game or Loon's gonna start every game, or if it could be me, and it's Loon and Dario. Like, whatever that situation is, Steve's always going to play chess, and we know that as his players, and we adjust. I think we adjust to that pretty well, and so I think there are times where you need Dario out there, and I think there are times where you need Loon out there. It's just about figuring it out, finding that balance, and one thing we know for certain is, regardless of which guy is out there, we know what they're bringing each and every night.
Cool, thank you. We'll have other guys in here shortly.